morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're good. How are you? Have you been here before?
No, I haven't.
Well, Endless Possibilities is part of the Outer Banks Hotline. We provide crisis intervention services for domestic and sexual violence victims here. And Hotline has some thrift shops that provide a funding stream for programs and services. We bring the things here that we couldn't sell in the thrift shop. Maybe it had a stain or a tear on it, and we cut it into strips. And volunteers do all the weaving. And everything else that you see that's not woven is here on consignment. Everything has to have some recycled component to it. I'm Temple Hagee, and I work at the Outer Banks Hotline. I first became involved with Endless Possibilities right at the beginning. Our executive director, Lynn Bryant, decided that everyone on staff at the time would go to Pocosin Arts and take a 2-day weaving class. Up until Endless Possibilities, my weaving experience was limited to maybe kindergarten with construction paper or ribbon, over, under, over, under, over, under.
My name is Lainey Lachlan, and I'm a part-time employee of Endless Possibilities. I first became involved here at Endless Possibilities around the middle of October 2014. My background has been art since I could walk. I started painting and drawing when I was 3. Endless Possibilities has been on the Outer Banks for about 15 years or so, and I remember when the project was started. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful cause. A cause that I'm passionate about, to help those who have, to help victims of sexual and domestic violence. My role is to try to be as helpful as I can possibly be, if that be assisting first-time weavers who have never seen a loom before, showing them that they too can do this. As complicated as it looks, it's really quite easy. And what a nice outlet it is. It's like therapy in itself, because all you have to focus on is making something beautiful. So first-time weavers are really fun to watch because they really get to experience something neat.
I'm Rachel from Appomattox, and I've been doing this ever since I was in the 3rd grade, when I was 8 years old. So we were shopping around this area before that summer, and we stumbled upon it on accident, and we came in here just to look around, and we saw that they had all of the weaving tools and weavers, and we found out that they had volunteers, and that we could make our own things. And I only made 2 of my own things, and now they're hanging up in our home.
The volunteers come from all over. There's a core group of volunteers that are largely centered here on Roanoke Island, and we're convenient for them. There's a group of volunteers who come every Thursday from the Southern Shores community, and they faithfully come right through the summer and right through the winter. Some of our volunteers are only able to volunteer as a weaver maybe 5 times a year, but they came by here a few years ago, fell in love with what we do, learned to weave, and they want to be sure that they check in and that they get loom time every time they're here. And so sometimes somebody will come and they just make 1 rug, and that's what they do for us for the year. But they love it.
A new volunteer can learn how to weave a rug in about 20 minutes. We also offer classes, so also a student can come in and learn how to weave depending on their willingness to relax. They can learn to weave in about maybe 15 minutes or so, and then complete their first rug in a matter of 3 or 4 hours.
The most fun about volunteering here is getting to weave and meeting the other people that come in here too, because they're usually from all around the country. And you get to show them that weaving isn't hard, because a lot of people think that it's hard, but it's not. I'll show the people that walk in here how to weave and stuff like that. And sometimes little kids will walk in here and they get to see how to weave too, so that's always cool.
I think people would be surprised to know how easy it is to learn to weave. These machines are intimidating looking, but it's something that anyone can learn, be they arthritic, be they handicapped, be they 10 years old. It's something that can be taught, and it's something that I think benefits everybody. You can come in here and kind of escape the day-to-day rushing and the day-to-day stress, and then something is made. These rugs are made and sold, and all that money goes back to helping people. So it's really, it's a circle that comes back to the efforts of helping people, which is really wonderful. And this is an ancient art that goes back to, centuries and centuries. So I sit here and I even picture my grandmother doing this. Or my great-grandmother or her grandmother. It's something that's really neat. It kind of gets you in touch with a timeless sense of making something that's productive that will last a lifetime. That's nice as well.
People kind of tend to be a little bit surprised, I guess, that people still weave, because it's kind of a dying art, unfortunately. And they really like how cute and creative some of the things in here are. They really like the tie rugs most of all. Usually they like the fact that people will take like a dad that died some ties and make it into something that they can keep and hang in the house.
Endless Possibilities has always been part of the Outer Banks Hotline, right from the beginning. What we do here at Endless Possibilities was a perfect analogy for working with the victims of domestic violence and sexual violence that we see in the office. The name Endless Possibilities really does reflect that there is no limitation. Your imagination is unlimited, and people come in here with some of the most ingenious ideas. Ingrid came yesterday and brought things for consignment, and she is crocheting with yarn combined with old VHS tapes, and they are black and shiny and crinkly, and they make great little evening bags. People come needing to be renewed, needing to be put back together again. Some people feel that they need to reinvent themselves, and that's exactly what we do at Endless Possibilities. Endless Possibilities is located at 105 Budley in downtown Manio. We are directly across the Budley Street from the Dare County Arts Council building, the old courthouse, and just a little bit beyond the old Pioneer Theater.